Sony is well known for revising their hardware every few years, and the PlayStation Vita has just now seen its first revision in the form of model number PCH-2000. The Vita-2000 is thinner, lighter, and it lasts longer than the original PlayStation Vita. Sony has managed to make the device 20% thinner and 15% lighter, and this change is immediately noticeable the second you pick up the device. This doesn't feel like a cheap revision. Every piece of the hardware is well connected with no noticeable moving parts or flimsiness. After hours of play on the Vita-2000, the original Vita feels very hefty and, dare I say, make it hard to go back to at times. This is also due to how well the Vita-2000 feels in hand. Aside from the back touchpad, which is still a glossy plastic surface, the surrounding plastic where you will actually grip the Vita and rest your fingers is a nice matte finish. It has a very nice texture to it, and it feels great in hand when compared to the original Vita's very brushed plastic. Other noticeable hardware revisions include the new micro USB port, which is a very welcome change. Sony has opted to ditch its proprietary port on the original Vita for something we're much more familiar with. Going with micro USB allows for easy replacement and even the use of cheaper portable chargers. Aside from that, Sony has also decided to remove the PS Vita's accessory port, which used to reside at the top of the device. Considering no accessory maker chose to use this port, it won't be missed. Everything else on the device is where it's always been. Your game card slot, memory card slot, volume buttons, the PlayStation button, start and select. Speaking of which, the PS start and select buttons have all been rounded, and raised slightly above the Vita faceplate, with a more clicky, responsive feel. It's nothing groundbreaking, but I like this change a lot. The back touchpad has shrunken a bit on the Vita-2000, lengthwise. Height is still the same. This only feels like an improvement considering there's more room to grip the Vita while still retaining the same height of the pad, leaving the same amount of area for R2, R3, L2, and L3 button mapping when necessary. Inside the Vita-2000, we've got a gigabyte of onboard memory and a battery that lasts an hour longer. The 1 gigabyte of onboard memory seems nice, but actually cannot be used alongside a memory card. You either use it by itself or get a memory card, which all in all is pretty redundant. Easily the biggest and most discussed change of the Vita-2000 is Sony's choice to use an LCD screen rather than OLED. There's no question about it, and a side-by-side comparison, the OLED definitely tops the LCD. The OLED is sharper and the colors just pop. However, the LCD included in the Vita-2000 does hold up quite well. No videos or screenshots online do it justice, especially when it's overshadowed by the original Vita's superior display. If you're going to compare it, then yes, it's definitely not as good, but judging the LCD on its own, it looks really great. It's still very sharp, very bright, and produces some great colors. I really like the PlayStation Vita-2000, a lot more than I thought I would. It usually takes something new to make the old feel old, and the Vita-2000 does that in most hardware aspects. While the screen has seen a downgrade, it's a small one that you shouldn't lose sleep over. Some may still prefer the weighted feel and the screen of the original Vita, and that's well justified, but I wouldn't disregard the Vita-2000 as a cheap revision. It's the opposite of that. It's thinner, lighter, it lasts longer, it's well constructed, and it feels great in hand. For anyone in the market of a new Vita or a first-time buyer, consider the PS Vita-2000. It's a great improvement in most aspects.